Hello. So this video is in continuation for central finance configuration, and we will be focusing on another configuration topic. But just to give you a background, what has been covered in a sequential manner, we have covered in video 1, 2, 3 setup systems. Video 4 we spoke about mappings. Video 5 we spoke about key and value mapping, and video 6 we spoke about cost object mapping. So when you listen to this video, please ensure you have already covered the sequence. That's what we are following for the configuration. And in this particular video, we will be talking about the COPA mapping as well as the enhanced business mapping, or you can say enhanced configuration. So this is the scope of this particular video. So let's talk about COPA mapping. What do we do here? So when you go to CFIN IMG and under mappings, you have a node called COPA mappings, and then you have two options to configure. So here what you do is in this activity, you maintain the mappings for COPA related characteristics and value field between source and central system. So most of the times in source system, we have cost-based COPA, and in target system, of course, it's S4HANA. So SAP is promoting account-based COPA. So you can map several operating concerns in the source system to each operating concern in the central finance system. And then you can define mapping for characteristics and value field for each pair of operating concern. For each operating concern, you can say, okay, source operating concern, target operating concern is a combination, and then you can define characteristics and value fields. And this mapping is being, the question is where this mapping is used. This mapping is basically used when the replication of FI documents and the CO documents happen. The central CFIN system determines the value of each reference characteristics or value field according to the mapping. So when your value field is coming in source system, it will when the document is replicated, it will not just post on the existing field, it will read the mapping of the field as well. And that's where this comes into picture. So if you see configuration, you click on define COPA mapping, you will see this screen. You add your operating concern, and then you select your operating concern. And on the left hand side, you see there are two options. Define operating concern. Under operating concern, you have characteristic mapping and value field mapping. So first you create operating concern, and then under operating concern, you have a logical system. So you can, of course, you can map multiple operating concerns. At the same time, then at the left hand side, if you click on each option, characteristic mapping and value field mapping, you have a logical system, source operating concern, target operating concern. So there is a combination is created, a set is created. With this, under the set, you can map the characteristics. So here you have field in central system and a field name in the source system. So operating concern, source and target, logical system, and then field in source system can be mapped to the field in central system. So this mapping of at field level is done, and similarly you do the value field mapping as well. So in this exercise, you have to maintain the mapping. So mapping is not just field based, rather mapping is coming from the top, system mapping, then operating concern mapping, then it comes to the field mapping. If you don't want to map any field, you are free, you can ignore that. And the next activity is assign GL accounts to condition type. So what happened here? So here basically what happens is in this activity you assign GL accounts to the condition type in your CFIN system, so that you can see amount posted per condition type in FI and thus in account based COPA. So in source you must be using different COPA, and in target you are using account based COPA. So for sure you need to have GL account being mapped to the condition type. So here you put company code, you put condition type, and you put GL account. So anything coming to that condition type in source system, because in source you have cost base, or anything else, but the condition type posting will come to the GL account. All revenue, sales deductions and other values such as freight cost are defined as condition in SD. Of course, you know this. Whenever there is a sales order created, you put condition type. This is the material, this is my freight, this is my insurance. All those are defined by condition type. And in CFIN scenario, as the source system is ERP, with cost-based COPA, you can configure a transfer of condition type from billing documents. So sales order is converted into billing document, and the amounts are posted against the condition type. And then on that, since on the source side you have cost-based COPA, that condition type will be transformed into GL account, and the posting will come into GL account in the CFIN system. So that's where this configuration comes into picture. Anything on the sales order on the source side, for example, if you have a freight at condition 0001 and the freight is €1000, you will see that on the GL account mapped when the replication of that billing document happens. So that's assign GL accounts to condition type. So that's how we complete the COPA mapping. There are two components to it, COPA mapping and GL accounts to condition type, and we covered both in this video till now. Now we will talk about advanced mapping. So this is just a summarized version. Of course, this requires some ABAP help as well as functional help, and it all depends on customer specific scenario. So I'll just give you an overview what can be done and what cannot be done. So whenever you have any custom field being created in source and target system, and you need to have a mapping, but that field is custom, so you may not see in the standard SAP table list or a standard SAP mapping drop down. In that case, what you do, you can define enhanced mapping. So define mapping entities, enhanced configuration. So when we say mapping entity, it's like standard SAP says GL account, cost center, profit center, document type, all these are mapping entity. And tomorrow you say, okay, something new term which you may not be having. For example, product family, for example, or any other configuration in the system, or you are using any additional field or any additional node which you need to map. So there you can add this in the mapping entity. You can say define mapping entity. Of course, you have to fill all the description, create a custom table, and then define mapped field SAP system, which is given by SAP. Define mapped field customer. So if you see on the screen left hand side, so in under customer you will have your defined mapping entity. And then for that mapping entity you set the mapping action, like you set it for other standard. We have covered mapping action in the previous video. So mapping action is keep data or read mapping or clean the data, whatever mapping action you want for that field, you can do that mapping action. So that's how you can do advanced settings. This is not something just a standard you go and add the field, rather some more work is required around this. You need to consult your web consultant, but there is a scope that it is doable. The question people ask me is, do we have a scenario or do we have a scope that if the fields are not given by SAP, can we add those in the system for mapping or transformation? So the answer is yes, you can add your own fields or own objects which you need to convert into transformation from ECC to S/4HANA. So just a quick overview of next video. We will be talking about clearing transfer and execute configuration consistency check in a sequence. As we have already covered now setup systems and mapping nodes, we will complete these two nodes of clearing transfer and execute configuration consistency check report. And then in a similar sequence, we go to next steps called initial load, CSPC and central payments and others. Thank you so much for listening in, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe the video. Any questions you have, feel free to put it under YouTube comments and I will be happy to answer those. These are the list of videos which are available. Thank you so much for listening in and have a nice day.